This is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for the week ending November 16th, 2024. Israel's plan to occupy Gaza. According to a Haaretz analysis based on military sources, the Israeli army will continue its occupation of Gaza until at least 2026. The ongoing demolition and construction activities and the establishment of long-term infrastructure in various parts of the Gaza Strip demonstrate Israel's intention to establish a permanent military presence in the territory. This is actually a harbinger of a permanent occupation, not merely until 2026. While Zionist Israel's expansionist policies and genocide continue, the biggest support for this comes from the imperialist powers. Financial and political support for these attacks, which take place in front of the eyes of the entire world, continues to come from the USA and Europe. The duty of anti-imperialists is to fight against everything that favors Zionist Israel, wherever they are. Ibrahim Abdallah to be released on bail. Ibrahim Abdallah, imprisoned in France, has been ordered to be released. According to the court decision, Abdallah, who has been in prison for 40 years, is to be released on 6th December on condition that he leaves France. Abdallah, the longest-serving political prisoner in Europe, was virtually a hostage of imperialism. Throughout his 40 years of imprisonment, Abdallah, who never gave in, is a historical example of how to continue the struggle even in captivity. He is a common value for all the communists and resistance fighters of the world. Abdallah also means the exposure of what the real face of the European Union is, which tells lies about democracy and law. Abdallah, who has already been unjustly imprisoned for many years, must be released immediately, not having to wait until 6th of December. Ali Ercan Gökoğlu, who was unlawfully imprisoned by the Greek state and held hostage by administrative detention, has regained his freedom. Since the 3rd of October, Gökoğlu, who has been on hunger strike against this unlawfulness, again showed that resistance is the only way to victory. Greek courts did not themselves reach this just decision. Courts that take administrative detention and extradition decisions cannot act justly. It was the mobilizations of revolutionaries and their friends in various cities of Europe, especially in Greece, that led to this decision. Solidarity and determination brought freedom. Let us raise higher the struggle against imperialism for the freedom of all revolutionary prisoners. Abdurahhman Aziz Arslan is in his 2nd month of hunger strike. Arslan, a revolutionary imprisoned by Turkish fascism for many years, continues his resistance to the severe isolation cells. Arslan, who has left past 60 days in his hunger strike resistance, demands to be transferred to a place where his friends are. These cells, which the prisoners call wells, carry very severe conditions of isolation. Revolutionaries from Turkey are coming out of these cells one by means of hunger strike resistance. Let us increase solidarity with this honourable resistance of revolutionaries from Turkey opposing isolation. Paragraph 129 Prisoners' Decision Court on 25th of November. The verdict in the trial of 3 revolutionaries from Turkey in Germany will be announced on 25th November. Regardless of the verdict, this case has been proof of German fascism's view of revolutionaries and its historical inability to break free from the ideology of the Nazis. German fascism, which did not put pressure on Nazi organizations but on revolutionaries from Turkey, has unlawfully imprisoned 3 people for years. Moreover, the cancer treatment of one of the prisoners, Ihsan Cibelik, has been prevented. On 25th November, the verdict will be announced. Let's show German imperialism that they are not alone. Let us embrace the 3 revolutionaries from Turkey. And this is Anti-Imperialist Front TV news for this week. For news outside the mainstream, follow us on social media. See you next week.